Hello, and welcome to the Joss Brown Podcast. With over 40 years of combined financial planning experience serving high net worth clients, we will discuss our favorite topics, concepts, and stories.
So welcome to the Joss Brown Podcast. Today, I'm Michelle Robinson here with Danielle Joss, and we're talking about helping adult children of our clients. And so I will pass it on to Dan so he could start off the topic. But I found this topic to be a very interesting topic because it seems like it's the newest thing that we're now dealing with in this economy.
Yeah, maybe. Gifting or loaning money to children, adult children. So that could be an adult child is 20 is very different than an adult child that is 60. And we help both.
Right.
So, yeah. Why is it happening today? It's interesting. In a tough economy where I think college costs increased 4 or 5 times the rate of inflation over the last 30 or 40 years. Home costs have also gone up much more. They're a bigger percentage of the take-home pay of adult children than it used to be back in the day. So there's more opportunity for helping adult children. You know, new car purchases. I think just last month, the average cost of a new car is close to $50,000, if not over $50,000.
Which I find that to be interesting because I was recalling a couple of years ago when clients would come in and they'll talk about purchasing a car and they'll think about somewhere about $30,000.
Yeah, 30, 40 was high.
Yeah.
And now it's like
Yeah.
not.
And now when you hear 60, you're like, really? That's where we are?
Or 120, like a few clients do that too. So things cost more, which means there's more of an opportunity for you to help your adult children. And that's why we're talking about this now. And then whether it's paying off, helping with a car, finishing the school, helping your aging parents with the sandwich generation.
Yes.
Or helping with down payment on a house or living expenses. Many times our clients are still paying their kids' cell phone bills.
Right.
It's just easier that way.
Right.
So the questions are a gift versus loan versus enabling poor behavior.
Yes.
So where do we want to start first?
I think it would be interesting to start on the emotion side. How do we manage the emotion of our clients? Showing them what they could do versus what they want to consider not doing, so that they have like a middle ground of how they can really like step into that space, right? To know that from a loving place they can give to their children without dealing with the emotions that comes with that.
Yeah, so we just plan for it. Like we want to, in fact, all of our long-range plans have some sort of giving, either charitable giving or family support, and we have them. The basic plan. And nobody does this, but if I want to retire and do some travel and live in retirement for 30 or 40 years, but before retirement, I want to put my kids through school and pay for their wedding or give them a gift. So that's an easy one. Pay for a wedding is we say, well, let's make a budget for it and let's put it out there a few years. And then we may plan for travel, and we may plan for annual gifts. Many clients do the annual gift exclusion as a gift. Okay, let's just put those numbers in there and plan for it. So when it happens, or when the student graduates from college, we know that within the next few years they'll get married. That expense will happen. But should we help them with the car? Well, let's just plan on helping them. And if we choose not to help them, then we don't.
Right.
But the more gifts we put in, the better the plan is, and the more conservative the plan is. Because if you don't give, then that money stays in your pocket for your future self.
Right. And so there are different stages in the planning, of course, as you know, because client comes to us in different stage of their life. And so a client that now is in the retirement space and their adult children is kind of out there in the world, and they recognize that, oh, I might need to help my client. And oftentimes some clients come and their plan and estate planning documents have giving at the end of life, right? And it wasn't part of the plan. How do we now have those conversations to ensure that we're not enabling them to give to children who really start developing bad habits of depending on their parents?
Yeah. So the first step is we plan to give and be generous, so that if we want to, we can.
Right.
Because if we can't, we can't. But if we can afford to give, then we plan for that. Then the question is, are we enabling, or are we being generous and gifting, not wrecking the child? Is it a regular monthly gift? Are we giving them money so that they can get themselves in trouble by buying maybe too big a house that they have to then insure? Or am I as a giver now on the hook for maintaining that house and all the other things? So it's a setting expectation, and if we as advisors can help you plan to give and kind of show you that you can give, then it's up to you to set expectations and decide whether how much you want to give and how much you want to help versus hurt the recipient.
And so when should we have those conversations where it's not always a gift, but it could be a loan conversation?
I rarely recommend loans.
Why is that?
Family loans, because it's better to give. Because once you loan, now you've entered a contract, and there can be problems around that. It changes the relationship from a either parent, child, or sibling to loaner debtor, and that changes all kinds of things.
And what type of planning do you put in place where sometime you recognize that parents may be giving to one child more than the other? And of course, in that kind of situation, there can be resentment in the family if the other family members become aware of this type of situation.
I just try to help them plan on the financial part of it, and recognizing that each client's different. Some want to keep everything even, and some don't. We've talked people through taking people out of their wills or changing the will. So it's not our judgment of what they do with it,
right.
But if we can help them plan on them understanding the impact of what they're doing, then it's better.
Right.
Making things equal or even doesn't necessarily work all the time, every time, because there's cycles to that. Each adult child has different needs and wants at different times, and so maybe over a lifetime, someone can kind of make things pretty even if they want to, but not year by year, month by month.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get to that because I know you may have heard this talk as well as I did, where it says it's not, you can love your child equally, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the inheritance has to be equally, right? Parents get to determine how they want to give to each child. Nothing says it has to be equally across the board. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we have clients that have made unequal distributions in their estate, and the same would be true for gifts before death. Things can be unequal, things can be similar, things can be different. It's just setting those expectations as the giver to the recipient.
Right. Yeah. So what type of guardrails would you encourage clients to put up when they've decided that this is something that they want to probably do on a year-to-year basis or a month-to-month basis with children?
I would say one, it's just setting expectations. If this is a one-off gift, then let that be known. You could say to the recipient, don't expect this every year or every month.
Right.
Or you can expect this for the next number of months or years. But setting the expectations of what you're planning to do is important. Because then if I were to receive a gift of X dollars, I would say, oh, that's great, I would do something with it. But if I knew I was going to receive that same gift for the next 5 years, I may do something different with that first gift, knowing that I would get more. And the same on the giving. Just be careful more information is better. Let them know that. Secondly, I may consider changing the gifts, and we've had clients do this too.
Right.
Not here's dollars, but here's help with that project you want done.
Right.
Here's more tools.
Right.
Here's a fence around the backyard. Here's a way to make your life easier. But I'm not giving you money. I'm helping you do some of the things you would be spending money on if you had it.
Right. Right.
And then that obviously then requires you to be different with every beneficiary.
Right. Yeah, and we've also seen where
You put a fence in my backyard, but well, I already had a fence. What do I get? Those arguments are kind of silly.
Exactly. And we've also seen where parents tend to give on an annual basis or a quarterly basis to children. And then whenever they decide no longer to do this, the child is so dependent on this money coming in. Now, when that stops, they don't know how to adjust their lifestyle anymore because they've become accustomed to certain lifestyle. And now teaching that as a financial advisor sometimes is a little bit challenging to change those type of behaviors.
And we would say, and we've done it before, it's like give early warning, sometimes several years. Hey, at this, I recall, at my retirement, I'm not going to be giving you as much as you were getting while I was working.
Right.
And that's an easy one because everyone can see when,
the date is coming up.
when dad or mom retires. Oh, that means the gifts are stopping.
Yes.
They got time to adjust.
Right.
There are also, depending on your giving, there are estate or tax consequences.
Yes.
So that's where we help clients how to give most tax efficiently, whether it's to a charity or to adult children. And then estate tax reasons. You mentioned the annual gift exclusion. It's fine to give more than that, but you have to fill out the form.
Yes.
So we just want to help you make sure that you're not generous without doing the right things.
Right. And being as we are the advisor, of course, we'll have those details to easily help you pass that on to your CPA to ensure that you're doing the right thing as well.
But we like clients that are generous. We like encouraging giving. We want to make sure it's done in the best way for estate and tax purposes, and to keep the relationship not just parent to adult child, but sometimes the spouses of the giving, and then the siblings or the spouses of the recipients. All those are good relationships to keep.
I like the idea of giving while living as well, because when you give while you're living, then you could see how the children are stewarding the dollars that you have given onto them as well, and then you get to enjoy the things that you have, you have the gift has helped to accomplish, right? So you get to see that, and you're not passed on, and then the gift is happening, but you have no clue, and you can enjoy that as well. So yeah. So.
It's just we used to give birthday gifts, and they change over time. Well, with adult children, it's the same kind of thing. Here's a gift, and I like to see when you open it, or I like to see you using it, or I like to see that I can make your life easier. That's the fun part of being generous.
Yes. So we love the idea of helping adults, clients with adult children to gift to their children, because we know that, number one, it helps with stewardship. It's about the family system, and it creates a legacy. And why we like the stewardship as well, because it also helps prepare that child for when mom and dad is no longer around, how to steward wisely with the gifts that mom and dad will leave for them. And mom and dad also will know that they would have done it in a way that would be pleasing to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, anything else you want to add?
I think one of the biggest fears of givers is running out, because you can't take it back once you've given it. And so that's where we help too. It's like you can afford to make larger gifts. And that's a challenge we're doing with our clients. Like we've had some good years in the market. So whatever your plans were on being generous, we have even more opportunity to be more generous. And you have arguably a shorter lifespan because we just had 3 good years, which means you need less, arguably, and so you can then be even more generous.
And oftentimes clients just want to hear that. So.
Thinking through that giving plan every year is a way that we can keep our clients on track to being what they want to be, being generous.
So you're saying, Dan, Joss, am I hearing you correctly, that clients should consider having a gifting budget at the beginning of the year so that they can plan throughout the year how they can give and give generously?
Yep, generosity plan.
I like
it. Updated annually.
I like it. I like it. So thank you for listening to this podcast today. And this is just one of the many ways that we add value to our clients and help them to navigate how they can give to their adult children. I feel great about giving, because giving it's just a nice feeling to give and just see other people just enjoy the gift that you have given onto them. And so we help our client to do this and do this well here at Joss Brown. So thank you for listening to this podcast, and we hope you'll join us back again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Joss Brown Podcast. If you'd like to see more episodes, visit our website at jossbrown.com.